Welcome to stockmarketfunding.com. MMTs, senior MMTs, new trial people, everyone alike. What we are going to show about is that everything that we teach our MMTs is to take a look at the IUXX. What is that? That's this right down here, Nasdaq 100, where my pointer is in the video here. So here, let me pull this up so that you get the full thing of it down here. And basically what this means is that the Nasdaq 100, that's this right here, it's down 51 handles today, 1.88% haircut. As I said about putting in market tops on all of our indexes on stockmarketfunding.com, it's a matter of what day that the pullback really wants to get in. It is a Friday afternoon. If we don't pair off the losses, then that means that for the first time in many weeks that people are afraid to go home long the equity, and they don't want to take it home long. The thing about it is we're going to be looking for what kind of knife hook lows that we get on the bottom in effect here on that Nasdaq 100. That's that long downtrend, and the rest of the broader market in the Nasdaq went down. Here's the fear indicator that had the opposite very long-term breakout. When we start to go down here, then MMTs, you would look at covering your shorts, because we're starting to put a short-term bottom in at 9:22 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're almost 3 hours into the tape. The relationship that we're going to look for in the broader Nasdaq comp and Nasdaq 100, because that's what these instruments are related to, along with the TQQQ bull, is just getting slaughtered today. So I will bring that up in another video, because we short that bull all the time and go long bears as well. So having the diversification within the directional trend management of the public transactions enables you to know that if I start to come down, then I'm going up here. And that means that I'm covering at the bottom, but every move off the bottom, because of the overall intraday weakness, is extremely weak. MMTs, 3-hour tape. 3-hour tape coming up at 12:30. We're East Coast, New York time is lunchtime there. It's 12:23 Eastern time, 9:23 Pacific Standard Time. So we finally are getting that bottom here. What we're going to monitor throughout the day is that we erase those gains and people want to go home long equities over the weekend. That the bull would jump right back in and continue its exuberance and discount the news out of Cairo, Egypt. So basically, if I go down here, I'm going to start building here. But if I only come down and get support and start heading back up, then that means this is going to reverse and we can come back down here, MMTs, the new ones. So basically, another thing that I'm going to show you here is this part right here. This is that big 3-minute bar on the Nasdaq 100. But after that, if they roll over and play rollover Beethoven and coming down, then that means that the pullback over here, MMTs, is going to get support, and that means that the fear factor is working and people are weak, equities remain weak, and until they come off the bottom, as we're looking for the knife hook low in the Dow, Nasdaq 100 right here, that's what this is about, and the VXN, that's the fear indicator that's tied to this. MMTs, this here where my pointer is, that's the TQQQ ETF bull. It was a short all day long, and I called it before the markets even opened, that if Apple was going down, as it has all day, that the TQQQ would have a big drop. When the TQQQQ was selling off the bull, that short, and you'll notice that right over here in this particular chart right here, this is the VXN fear indicator. So look at that big breakout and look at the bull get slaughtered all the way down. And now the bull's trying to put in a bottom right along with that Nasdaq 100 that we were just talking about. So you need to see the trifecta between the two. If this is reversing, then this bottom is trying to hold. That's what it means. And there are many trades that can be done. So on that Nasdaq 100 index itself, this is the back half of that relationship right here. So there's the short and there's the long. And having some calls on the VIX and the VXN is a good thing to do, because what it does is it's taken down the broader market, and you can see where the bottoms are in, and you can see where the breakouts are occurring. It's very important that as a market maker, somewhere what we're going to be watching is what kind of a distance do we get off the bottom. That's going to show, does the bull want to come in? It's also going to show that these indexes would bounce in the last hour. If they bounced and we paired off the losses, then we know that that bull's still 100% exuberant and wanting to stay long going into the weekend. It's only 3 hours into the bull and the bear. The fear and the bull getting dismantled on a Friday morning in the Wall Street public tape. What a long move down in that bull. And you can buy put options and you can short it outright. And at the same time, you can go long the fear indicator in a big uptrend and get debited down with the actual price movement.